Well, folks, I'll be perfectly honest, this is probably just as weird for y'all as it is for me here. It's been far too long since I've actually posted anything on the channel. And doing an iRacing video, especially a live commentary iRacing video, it's not exactly what I had in mind to be making for a YouTube series, but, you know, I figured it's been a little while. This will give me an opportunity to talk with y'all a little bit about where I've been, what I've been up to, all that fun stuff. And here we are doing the iRacing 15th anniversary celebration series with the Pontiac Solstice, which I'm gonna be honest, it's a car I have very limited experience in. I've driven it once or twice in Production Car Cup. I think I actually did it in the very first Twitch stream I did when I got my VR headset. I'm pretty sure I ran the Solstice in PCC. But otherwise, it's not really a car I have that much experience with, and of course this is the 15th anniversary of iRacing. I am not that old. I have not spent that much time on iRacing. I've only been on the platform about 2 years, so I don't have a whole lot of nostalgia to be celebrating, but I figured it's a fun premise for a series, a single make Solstice series. It's basically the MX-5 but a little bit slower. And it's only 12-minute races, so like they go by fast enough that I figured there's not really any purpose in me trying to Twitch stream them. And I guess that kind of makes it come full circle here, is like what I've been up to in the past forever. Because I know I have been extremely inactive on the main channel, and honestly that's just because between my job and the Twitch broadcasts I do, getting in gear, doing the Twitch broadcasts that I do for the various leagues that I am in, and working a full-time job, I just haven't really had that much time to make edited content all that much. Like, we have a 5th gear in this car. Look at that. I did not know that. Fascinating. I did actually practice for this race just a little bit. I know it certainly doesn't seem like it right now, but I did actually do a little bit of practice for this race. But like, I have been streaming, I don't want to say a ton, but I've done a weekly stream for almost a year now. And of course, it's all iRacing broadcasting, so if you're not into watching iRacing, then it's not really helpful. But that is mostly what I've been up to all this time. I stream weekly, sometimes on Twitch, sometimes on YouTube. It depends on what I am streaming, because I got to affiliate status on Twitch, which is pretty cool, except it puts ads on my broadcast even when I don't want them to. And some of the leagues that I broadcast for pay me to do it and have their own sponsors that are affiliated with these broadcasts, and I don't want to be running my own personal ads on broadcasts where actual sponsors are paying to be a part of it, so I don't want to get all that mixed up. So I've been streaming these broadcasts to my second channel, Icey 2, link in the description, and I just ruined that lap by getting stuck in neutral again. But all that is on Icey 2. I stream on Icey 2 when I do my race broadcasts. Terrible lap. And then I stream on my Twitch channel for, you know, personal streams now with other games. So I still exist on the internet. I still do stuff. I just haven't gotten around to doing much here on the main channel. And that doesn't mean I don't want to. I have a ton of ideas. I have a ton of things that I want to do. But also, those of you who have been watching my channel for a long time know that me wanting to do something doesn't necessarily mean that it actually gets done, especially when it pertains to content creation. So we'll see what the future holds. Like, I have ideas on things I want to do, but I'll tell you what, when I get home from a long day at work, it's a whole lot easier to sit down and hit go live than it is to sit down, start recording a video, and then go through the whole process of editing it before I can upload it. So it's a whole thing. But I want to do stuff, I hope to do stuff, and for now, what I'm attempting to do is I would like to try and do all 7 races of this 15th anniversary event. Because it's 7 days in the Pontiac Solstice, different track each day. And hopefully, I'd like to hit all 7 races, since they happen every half hour. And they're only 12 minutes long, so like I might as well try.
Check your flag.
Another terrible qualifying lap out of me. 1:33.475 is not great, considering that in my practice session I was hitting 130s, and I've seen drivers in previous races, when I just went through and looked at the stats, hit like 126s is I think the lowest I've ever seen. I'm thinking about it, I need to rebind some of my controls though, because I unplugged and plugged my wheel back in. And for those of you who don't know, with Logitech wheels, it has a tendency to delete all of your keybinds when you do that. So that should be all my keybinds fixed at the very least, so that's good. But yeah, I'm finding myself being here now. Got a little bit of time left to kill before we go to do the race. In the meantime, might as well take a look down at the little paint scheme I put together. It's not much, and it looks really janky in game. It looks better in the editor. I mean, the sides look good. This looks nice, but up here in the front, not so much. But I don't know. I wanted to put something together real quick with my color scheme, since I'm going to be running ideally all 7 of these races, but I didn't entirely feel like going through the process of making my actual Thursday night Icey car paint scheme. So I took one of the paint templates, I slapped my colors on it, called it a day. Slapped all of my affiliates on it. Shout out to my friends at Attrition Sim Race Campus and Hybrid Development Team. I mean, it came out okay. It looks alright. It's passable for a paint scheme I put in probably about 30 minutes of work for, leading up to a series that's going to last 1 week, and then I'm probably never going to touch this car again because I don't have any plans to join any new leagues anytime soon, and the Solstice is no longer used in iRacing Official Series. So, I mean, it's something. It works. It's passable. Here at Summit Point for this race, Summit Point, the full version, as opposed to Summit Point Jefferson, which is in 2 days. I think that it should be a decent race, hopefully. I mean, the lap times are all over the place, and I'm way behind anyone else that qualified. 7th car in the field is not great. But hopefully, everything should be good. Taking a quick look here at some of our competitors here. Good to know everyone is really making us aware that we are in fact driving a Pontiac here, and not any other kind of car. I'm a little concerned because I think that this is a standing start. Well, actually, no, because the pace car is on the grid, so it shouldn't be a standing start.
Leave it all out there.
Okay,
nice,
so it is a rolling start, which is
all
nice.
Day long. I got a good feeling about today, guys. Just a quick reminder, you do have an in-car camera. We can make it on gas. It's all up to you now, but left side on the restart.
I'm a little worried that
closed.
even though the Solstice is a pretty overwhelmingly easy car to drive, I'm a little worried people are going to drive like idiots just because A, we have a fast repair, and B, races happen every half hour, which means people don't have a lot to worry about in terms of making mistakes. You know, if those series that are every 2 hours or even less often, you know, if you make a mistake, that's it. But with this, if you make a mistake, you can kind of just shrug it off because, oh well, there's another race in half an hour. By the time the race you're in is actually over with, more like another race in about 10 minutes. So hopefully, no one's going to be too particularly stupid this race. We'll see what happens. And hopefully I won't be too particularly stupid this race either, because I have not done a race in over a month. Which is a little sad, because, you know, I was going to try and commit myself to doing a full season of official races this season. Won one of my races in the first week of the season, and even with a win to my name, I still couldn't be bothered to actually stick with it and keep competing throughout the season. So maybe that'll be next season's problem, we'll see. But for now, we're starting small. We're just trying to see if we can make ourselves run all 7 days of this 15th anniversary series. "12 minutes is the race distance, and we're setting lap times roughly in the minute 30 range. So this race is going to be like maybe 9 laps, if that. So it's going to go by pretty quickly. But hopefully everything will be smoothly. Nobody will do anything too sketchy. And maybe if we're lucky we can walk away with the top 5. I mean, we're the number 7 car, qualified in 8th. So realistically, the goal should just be to do better than 7th, but a top 5 would be nice to walk away with here. Looks like it's a 12-car split, which is not that surprising. That's roughly where it is for these series with smaller, weaker cars. So we'll see what happens. But one way or another, just a nice little blast from the past with the Pontiac Solstice. And that also kind of begs the question of, like, how many people in this race are people who were longtime Solstice drivers before it effectively got retired? And how many people are here like me who haven't really ever driven the Solstice before, despite the fact that it's a free car that comes with an account subscription? But who knows? Just gotta get through these first couple laps, settle into a rhythm, and we should be fine.
Pace car's off, be ready.
Keyword being should be. Looks like that we are waiting for the green.
Green.
Alright. We'll see what happens.
Right side.
I'm not full sending it into turn 1. He is welcome to do that.
Clear.
I'll pass though. I'd like to wait for whatever's gonna happen to happen. So just like that, we did lose a spot, but that's okay. I am fine with losing some positions in the name of safety. Because I think that's one of the other big goals is going to be just complete every lap.
Left side.
Of course, we're off to a good start with this.
Left side, clear.
Fascinating. But, you know what, that's okay. That's a couple free positions. No damage to our car, and that's what's important. I definitely just made back the positions I lost on the start, though, so that's something. But still plenty of time left in this race for me to find a way to fuck myself over. So we're gonna try and not do anything too stupid here this evening. I don't know why P4 is down on pit lane. I don't think he had any trouble. But sure enough, that is going to move us up to 5th somehow.
Put it on him now.
Works for me, but not what I was expecting.
10 minutes to go.
And just like that, already through the first 2 minutes, so we might actually have less than 9 laps. I'm not 100% certain on how the math actually works out for lap times here, so I'm just going to drive until the checkered flag comes out and then go from there. Oh, there's a car off. That's P2.
On your right, you're clear.
Unfortunate times for him. If I remember though, P2 was pretty dang quick, so I'd imagine he's going to catch up to me here soon. Unless he, like, severely cooked his tires from the spin. I don't know. It would help if I would stop missing shifts too. That doesn't help.
He's moving.
And that's P4 gone off. I'm just going to hang out here and hope P3 goes for a move and takes that spot back, because I don't feel like battling with him right now.
32.425. Attaboy. Go get him, man.
Yep, there you go. Go around me. Thank you.
Clear.
You started up at the front of the field. I want nothing to do with you because I know you're way faster than me. And I don't want to get run over 2 laps in the first race of the event. Don't need any of that negativity in my life. A little bit slower through that corner than I could have been, but oh well. All things considered, I am happy with how I am doing right now. Uh-oh. That could have been bad. I think that was the same car that spun earlier and started that initial incident. Fortunately, he saw me coming and got on the brakes. That could have been really disastrous otherwise.
The car in P1 just set the fastest lap.
1 minute 29.37.
Car
129
has taken the lead.
Not bad.
1 minute 34.093.
The car in P3 just set the fastest lap.
1 minute 29.346.
Sure enough, that's the guy right in front of me that I let pass me, now setting the fastest lap of the race. So I'm glad I gave that position up to him. But I set a 132 the previous lap, where we had to slow down for that incident, so better than my qualifying times at least. That was a little bit of a better corner. Honestly, I'm not much of a road racing guy in general. And when I am, I generally do open-wheeled racing more than anything like this. I kind of dig how this car handles. It reminds me of how the MX-5 handled before it got the tire remodel a couple seasons ago. So it is cool that we've gotten the opportunity to
The
use this
car
car
in
again.
P3 just set the fastest lap. 1 minute 29.159. 1 minute 31.662. That was your fastest lap of the session.
Alright, so I am getting faster. I'm still 2 seconds off of the car in front of me in terms of lap time. But I am getting faster, which is always good to see. I am keeping P5 behind me decently. Not great, not terrible.
5
He's
minutes to go.
been at a steady, like, 2 seconds back for a little while now.
He's going to have a car off to the right.
Looks like whoever spun took the toe there, thankfully. Could have been in for a bad time otherwise. And we are now finding ourselves catching up to a lap car. I don't know if I'm actually going to catch him or not, but we're slowly but surely gaining on him. I wonder if everyone's actually, like, secretly using the 5th gear. I doubt it, because we're all using the baseline setup, so we're all using this weird gearing. But I mean, the option is there. This car does have a 5th gear for anyone who wants it. And also, P5 is gaining on me. That's not great. We'll see if I can hold him off, but I'm not going to hold my breath on it. We have officially caught the lap car, though. He's not carrying as much speed through some of these corners as I am. And that's okay. I'll just get by him on the straight. Unless he, like, makes a point of trying to let me by, which it looks like he is going to try and do.
Right side.
I would say thank you, but I have my voice chat turned off for the recording.
The leader just did a 1
But that was pretty cool of him.
31.57.
131.5. That's actually pretty close to my lap time.
1 minute 30.61.
So I just
that
set
was your fastest lap of the session.
a pretty similar lap time to the leader, but I'm 14 seconds off him. There's no way I'm going to be making that up anytime soon. But if I can hang on to where I am, a P4 finish would be pretty nice. Honestly, I would be perfectly happy with that. I don't even entirely know if I need to downshift for that corner or not, but it feels like I should. So I'm going to keep doing it. And I don't want to risk finding out the hard way that downshift, or that you have to downshift for that corner in the middle of a live race. I feel like you can carry more speed through that corner. And I just missed the shift again. That's a problem. I'm still holding off P5, but not by very much.
Four more laps.
Oh, we're already at white flag. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. Works for me. One more time around the circuit is something I am capable of.
1 minute 31.589.
And that's a new PB lap for this session. So, go me. All in all, I think this has been a pretty successful race so far. And honestly, If I can stop missing shifts, I think I could pull off a 130. Let's see if I can't make something happen this lap. Let's see if I can put a complete lap together for once. Our tires are not happy with us. If this were a longer race, I'd be putting myself at a major disadvantage in the long run of this thing. But right now, it's feeling pretty alright. Doing alright so far. And checkered flag up in the air. P number 4 for our first race. Not half bad. Can we beat our PB lap? 130.4. Yes, we can by a full second.
Good job, man.
I'll take it. Not a bad race whatsoever. Gonna go ahead and bring her on the circuit, bring her on down to pit lane, get that tiny little bit of extra safety rating. Just because why not? It never hurts to have. Not at a Class A load license yet. Because I don't compete in any Class B series. But, you know, if I ever did want to get that promotion, it would be nice to have. All in all, though, a nice first start to the little event. So tomorrow's race will be, of course, same car, Pontiac Solstice, though it will be at Laguna Seca. And Laguna Seca, I'm gonna be honest, a pretty good deal bit trickier than Summit Point is. So we'll see what happens. But so far, I mean, we're starting the season off on a high note. If you can even call it a season.
5 away. Shore mark. Now, come on, turn in. Leading on me.
But P number 4,
Go.
as the number 7 car, all things considered, pretty dang good. But I do want to take a moment, go back to the very beginning, and I want to take a look at these incidents that happened and see what all went down. Maybe break out actually the top-down cam. That might be a little bit easier for this. So, of course, we had the first incident coming out of, I think that's turn 3. Just a little bit into the sand. Everyone has to check up. Some people check up more than others. Oh, there's a car flipping over there. That's the number 6, that looks like. And, ooh. I hate to say it. I mean, this is technically a rookie series, but, like, that's some ARCA breaking right there. That's not great. That's like 4 or 5 cars, immediate DNFs. And another instant going down into turn 1. Oh, that's the car we had to let back across the track. Cooked it a little bit too hard into turn 1, and looks like he pushed the leader off a little bit. I'll keep it rolling. This is the number 2 car who would be back in P4, spinning it coming out of the final corner, and there I was going by. And then there's our troublemaker from the first incident in the race spinning it out again. So that's his second spin now. He gets it going, almost comes back across the track into me, but fortunately gets on the brakes. Lets everyone by, and then this happened. We're still on lap 2? We're still going through incidents on lap 2 here. Oh dear. And oh, downshifted too early and blew his engine. That's an instant DNF. And then it looks like this is the leader sort of trying to do a burnout until the rest of the field comes by, and then he just takes the tow. So all in all, not a bad race at all. Started P8, finished P4. Got a top 5 finish. I mean, I accomplished all of my goals for this race. I managed to set a minute 30 lap time, which is the range I was hoping to go for. So all in all, I'm pretty happy. That was a good first start to the race. Now hopefully, I mean, I do work all 7, I guess all 6 of the remaining days of this series. So hopefully nothing will make me miss any of these remaining 6 races, because I definitely want to run all of the races of this event. But for now, gonna call it an evening here tonight. Thank you all for tuning in. Welcome back to the main channel. It's definitely weird posting something here again, but hopefully I'll be able to be a little bit more active here from now on. Thank you all for tuning in though, and I will see you all next time.